Now we are going to talk about the next lesson. As I have mentioned earlier, right? These two lessons are interconnected. That means the heat changes associated with the chemical reactions. That is what we have already learned, right? Now we are going to talk about the amount of heat, right? Amount of heat which is released or absorbed during during a reaction, as well as the some associated things with the heat. Okay, right? This lesson is also about heat. Right? Here, first we are going to talk about what happens when we apply heat to a medium. Right? So we know that this solution, just assume that this is a solution. It consists of number of particles. Right? When we apply heat to this medium, right? When we apply heat to this medium, what will happen? Temperature is increased in this medium. Temperature increases. That is what we feel, right? That is what we can measure. We can't see the amount of heat which is applied to the medium, but we can see or we can feel the amount of the rising temperature, right? We see that the temperature is increased, right? So what is happening there? When we apply heat, right, that heat is absorbed by the particles in this medium, right? These particles, right, absorb the heat which is given by us, right? So we know that all the particles, right, all the substances or the solutions, they consist of particles. These particles has a kinetic energy, right? They have kinetic energy, right? This kinetic energy, that kinetic energy means all the moving objects has kinetic energy, right? They have kinetic energy like that. These particles already have a kinetic energy, right? But when you apply heat, that heat is absorbed by this particle and increase their kinetic energy, right? Increase their kinetic energy. That increasing kinetic energy, right? It is indicated or it is shown, right, by increasing temperature. And the kinetic energy increase වෙන එක තමයි අපිට temperature වැඩි වෙනවා කියලා feel වෙන්නේ, right? So if we take the kinetic energy, the initial kinetic energy is kW1, right? After applying heat, the kinetic energy is kW2. We know that this kinetic energy has been increased, right, during this process as a result of applying heat, right? So the KW value of the KW1, right, is lower than that of KW2, right? That means these particles have more kinetic energy than the initial values. Okay, right? So I want to show the relationship between the kinetic energy and the temperature, right? When you apply heat to the medium, that heat is absorbed by the particles and increase their kinetic energy, and that we can feel that increasing kinetic energy as the increasing temperature, right? So the temperature actually is a measure of kinetic energy, right? Temperature is a measure of increasing kinetic energy, right? So you have to understand the relationship between heat, right, with the kinetic energy and with the temperature, right? Next, we are going to talk about the next section of this lesson is the temperature. We are going to talk about temperature, right? Temperature is the reading that we get, right, from the hot surface or a medium, right? So to measure the temperature, we have so many devices, right? To measure the temperature, we have to measure the temperature, and we can measure the temperature. We can get a reading, right? To measure the temperature, we use thermometers, right? You have heard about these thermometers, but in this lesson we are going to discuss about thermometers, right, in a proper way. thermometers are used to calculate or measure the temperature. There are three types of thermometers that you should learn under this lesson. Right? They are glass mercury thermometer, glass alcohol thermometer, and digital thermometers. I think you know about the glass mercury thermometers. In our homes also, we use that thermometers to measure our body temperature. Right? And glass alcohol thermometers, in laboratories we can find glass alcohol thermometers, and recently we use most of the time digital thermometers. They are really available now because they are more there are so many advantages, right? There are few disadvantages of using digital thermometers, but there are a lot of advantages in digital thermometers than the mercury or alcohol thermometer. So we are going to learn about these thermometers in a comparison way. Comparatively, we can learn about these three types of thermometers. First, we are going to compare the two types of thermometers: glass mercury thermometer and glass alcohol thermometer. Right. Now, as you can see now, the mercury, right? Mercury, it is in liquid state now here, right? In this thermometer, mercury liquid is available, right? You can see a silver color column, right? That silver color column, right, indicates the mercury, right? So, when we keep this thermometer bulb, right, the thermometer bulb in a hot surface, that the length of the mercury column get increased, and then we can measure the values. You may have seen these thermometers in your homes also. There are this type of thermometers, mercury thermometers, right? So here also you can see there are two temperature scales, Celsius scale and the Fahrenheit scale, right? You can measure the temperature either Celsius or Fahrenheit. We will be discussing about these temperature scales later, right? Temperature scales later. Now, okay. Now the mercury, this thermometer is based on mercury, whereas the glass alcohol thermometer is based on alcohol, right? Now you can see here the mercury column in silver color, right? So it is very easy to read the temperature, right? But when we talk about the alcohol, right, we know that the color of, what is the color of alcohol? That is colorless, right? So when we use the alcohol for this type of glass thermometer, we can't get the reading directly as they are colorless. So we have to color the alcohol first. Usually in laboratories, we can find glass alcohol thermometers in the alcohol is colored with red color, right? So that is a disadvantage of using alcohol, right? Because we have to color before using. We have to color the alcohol, right? But here's mercury. We don't want to color it. Okay, right? And the other thing, right? The mercury, it is highly toxic, right? This mercury is highly toxic. So if this bulb is broken down, what will happen? The mercury can be exposed to the environment, which is highly toxic. So actually, these type of thermometers are not very good or better to use, right? And at the same time, alcohol, it is not toxic, so very safe to use, right? These thermometers are based on liquid, right? Mercury is also in a liquid state, and also the alcohol, it is also in liquid state when we use them in thermometers, right? So now look at this range, temperature range, right? This is minus 39 degrees Celsius, right? And 357 degrees Celsius. This is the temperature range where the glass mercury thermometer can be used, right? This is for mercury thermometer, and this is for alcohol thermometer, right? That means within this temperature range, mercury remains as liquid, right? Below 39 degrees Celsius, below minus 39 degrees Celsius, mercury is a solid, and above 357 degrees Celsius, mercury is a vapor or gas, right? So when it is in a gaseous state or when it is a solid state, it is difficult or we can't use the mercury as the thermometer, for the thermometer, right? When it is in the solid state and when it is in the gaseous state, we can't use mercury or alcohol for the thermometer, right? So we can use this mercury thermometer only to measure the temperature within these values, right? This is the melting point of mercury, minus 39, and this is the boiling point of mercury. So above 357 degrees Celsius, right? Above the temperatures above this value cannot be measured by the glass mercury thermometer, and below the temperatures below this value also cannot be measured by the glass mercury thermometer, as the mercury is not a liquid in those temperatures, right? So, but this is fairly a very wide range, right? From minus 39 degrees to 357 degrees, and also this value 357 degrees is a higher value. So mercury thermometer can be used to measure higher temperature, right? Like 357 up to 357 degrees Celsius, right? You can measure the temperatures, right? Now when we got the alcohol thermometer, right? This is the freezing point of alcohol, minus 150, right? Below minus 150, it can be a solid. It will convert into a solid, right? But up to minus 150 degrees Celsius, alcohol remains as a liquid. So this is a lower temperature, right? So alcohol thermometer can be used to measure the lower temperature, such as 100 or 150. Up to 115 up to minus 115, we can use the alcohol thermometer, right? And but look at this value, that is 78.3 degrees Celsius, right? This is the boiling point of alcohol, right? So we can't use alcohol thermometer to measure higher temperature, right? Only up to 78.3 or 78 degrees Celsius we can measure temperatures by using the alcohol thermometer. But in that case, we can use the mercury thermometer without any difficulty, because it remains as a liquid up to 357, but right above this 78 degrees Celsius, alcohol thermometer cannot be used, right? So alcohol thermometer is very useful when we are going to measure the lower temperature, right? But when we are going to measure the higher temperatures, we can use mercury thermometer. That is another difference, right, of mercury and alcohol thermometers. And when we talk about these two thermometers, mercury thermometer is more durable than alcohol thermometer. Why? The mercury, you can see, up to 357 mercury remains as liquid, but alcohol it gets vaporized easily. And also you may have experienced this, alcohol even in the room temperature it evaporates easily, right? It evaporates easily, alcohol evaporates easily in room temperature also, right? So alcohol thermometer is not very durable like in mercury thermometer, right? But the mercury thermometer, the main problem is the mercury is highly toxic, as I mentioned earlier. Alcohol thermometer is very safe to use in that case. Okay. Now we are going to talk about digital thermometers, right? The digital thermometers, right? The most important thing or the advantage, right? Advantages of digital thermometer is it is very easy to use, right? Very easy to use this kind of digital thermometers. There are different types of digital thermometers. Now we are going to let's discuss about the digital thermometers. There are different types of digital thermometers. This is one kind. This is called infrared thermometers because this thermometer is based on the infrared IR radiation emitted by a surface, right? A hot surface, right? Every hot surface can emit this infrared thermometer, infrared radiation, and this the amount of infrared radiation emitted by a particular substance, right, can be measured by this thermometer, right? Right. Okay. Now the most important thing is the most the so the advantage of this kind of thermometer is this is very easy to use, right? For an example, now if you want to measure the temperature of this surface, you just can this then. Now it gives the value of the sorry the temperature value of the surface, right? This is 93.2, right? 93.2 within a second. Within 1 second, it gives the value of the temperature, right? Within a very short period of time, we can measure the temperature, right? And the more important thing, this is 93.2. This is very accurate, right? Because you know initially, right? Previously you saw that the glass mercury thermometer, right? We have to read the value of the length of the mercury column, right? You have to read the value of the length of the mercury column, right? It can be varied with the person, right? I will read it as, sometimes I can read it as 93.2, another one can read it as 93.3 or 93.4, okay? That can be varied with the person, but this is not like that. 93.2, right? This is very accurate. This is and also very easy to use, right? Now compare with the glass mercury or glass alcohol thermometer. Get in contact with the thermometer bulb with the body surface, right? That is why we want to clean this thermometer before using to another person, right? But here actually that is why I told you that it is not a very it is not a major disadvantage, right? Because we don't want to touch this thermometer. The thermometer is not in contact with the body surface. Okay, right. These are the most important differences in between the glass mercury, glass alcohol, and digital thermometers. You should be able to give the comparison, right? Comparison of these types of thermometers if you are asked to do that, right? This is a very important part, right? Remember that the three types of thermometers, and you should be able to compare these three types of thermometers, the disadvantages as well as the advantages, right? Next, we are going to talk about the next section of this lesson, that is the temperature scales, right? We are going to talk about three temperature scales, right, as Celsius, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. Next section, we are going to talk about these three temperature scales.